I sat down for years and went through the process of healing and went through the trial and error and went through the pain of finding information and understanding what this thing entailed, and felt my pain and worked with my pain and healed myself first, healed my self-esteem first, healed my fears and my pains and the pain associated with my past and my childhood pain. That's the promise for you. The promise is that you will be able to have an impact in your life, and you will respect yourself, you will love yourself, and consequentially, people will have no choice but to love you also and to respect you also. That's the promise if you go through it. But a lot of men fall right there. Right there is where a lot of men fall. That's where they go back to porn. That's where they call shorty down the street and bust a nut with her. That's where those men relapse.
Change is good. You become the superior man project. If you can dream it, you can do it.
On this journey of nofap and semen retention, you will inevitably wake up one day and have a situation that will challenge you to understand because you did not expect it. That is, you have quit porn, you're not watching porn, you're not masturbating, you're keeping your semen. You were told that you would be ecstatic, happy, energetic, motivated, inspired. All that happened to you initially, yes. But one day, you wake up and you feel like, oh my God, it seems as though you have lost all of the benefits. And you know you're not watching porn, you're not masturbating, you're keeping your semen, and yet you lost the benefits. You become, again, demotivated, lethargic, uninspired. And on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, you're getting emotional. Negative thoughts are coming into your mind. Emotions from your childhood are coming. What somebody did back in the days, what somebody said back in the days, all of a sudden they're coming to you and you find yourself angry. And of course that becomes a mild depression and you're walking around puzzled, wondering what the heck is going on. I thought they said that porn was what was making me like this, feeling like this, but I quit porn and I keep my semen. Why am I not feeling as happy anymore? Why am I not feeling as energetic and as active? Why have I fallen back into inertia? I'm gonna tell you exactly what that is, and I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. Yes, sir. But first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on nofap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's talk about this situation. When you were doing research to get on nofap, you were told once you stop watching porn and you begin to hold your semen, you will enter a state of euphoria where you're all happy every day, you're all joyful every day, energetic, enthusiastic. You will have magnetism, you will be inspired, and the biggest one of all that they talk about a lot is you will now begin to attract women back because of the magnetism, because of the energy that's in you, because women are drawn to energy. That's a natural fact. And then all of a sudden you wake up and realize that, well, whatever I'm experiencing right now, it looks like when I was on porn, that's what I was experiencing. Well, I call this stage, this experience, the emotional labor stage. That is the second stage on the nofap semen retention journey. It's a state where you are now being offered an opportunity to work on your emotions. Remember, when you were on porn, all you did was sweeping the room and pushing all the dirt under a rug. You ran away from every situation in your life. You were not taking responsibility. You didn't want to talk about anything that upset you. You basically became a coward emotionally because porn damages your nervous system. So you couldn't deal with stuff. You understand? Anything that began to be hard, you ran away. But those things never left. They can't leave. They're there waiting for you to get to the point where you can deal with them. Or maybe never. That's if you recover successfully on porn, you will be able to deal with your emotions. You will be able to restore your emotional health. So those things that you pushed down your subconscious mind, that you thought you ran away from, that you thought you sent away in the universe and never to return, never went nowhere in the first place. You still have to deal with your abusive father situation, your abusive mother, or your narcissistic mother situation, or the fact that you didn't grow up with any of them type of situation. You still have to deal with being molested type of situation if that happens to you, because that happens to boys too. You still have to deal with the many things that happened in your childhood, because really one of the underlying things that support any addiction is emotional brokenness. So before you even began to watch one, you were already emotionally broken. You already had certain emotions deep inside of you that were seeking your attention to deal with. And of course, it only takes an emotionally healthy person, a whole person, to work through their emotions. Most people run away, and one of the escapes is porn. Porn is one of the ways that men run away from having to deal with their emotions. One of the ways that women run away from having to deal with their emotions is shopping, spending money, or partying, clubbing, or being promiscuous, because she doesn't want to deal with her emotions. And a whole person, a person that is put together emotionally and psychologically, perhaps has no addictions, and if he or she does, they're going to be healthy addictions. That is, you can be addicted to creating things, you can be addicted to producing things, you can be addicted to making starting a business, running a business well, and making money. Those are healthy addictions. You can become addicted to success. You can become addicted to the feeling of winning. Those are for healthy, emotionally healthy individuals. The emotionally unhealthy individuals take that same energy and puts it towards an addiction. So porn addiction was not just, you were not just addicted to porn because porn is very compelling. It is very compelling to the male. But there was something that supported that. There was something that you were running away from to start with. There were some emotions that you were suppressing. So in the second stage, the emotional labor stage, those emotions now are coming back for you to deal with. Remember now, when you were on porn, your energy was so low that it's almost as if you were numb. You couldn't feel anything, but those emotions were always there seeking your attention. They were always there seeking for you to deal with them. Your low self-esteem, your negative self-image, your fears, fear of success, fear of failure, they were all still there for you to deal with. But you were numb. So now, what happens is, as soon as you start retaining the energy, you can become a little bit more present. The emotions just surge back. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in that depressive state. You lose all motivation. So the prescription is to go through it, to work through your emotions. That's the prescription. There's no other prescription. Unless you want to go back and having to do it all over again, unless you want to go back, which is what happens with a lot of guys on social media that are talking about nofap and semen retention. Even on YouTube, some guys have studied their channels, and after that, they deleted them and they run away because they are still in the early stage, the first stage of semen retention. That is the butterfly stage. On the butterfly stage, you're all happy and going to the gym and running and attracting women and looking good. Woo! I've never felt this amount of energy in my life. Oh my God, I'm feeling so good. All is happy, all is well. And they're thinking, that's it. No, my friend. And then one day they wake up, they feel sad, emotional, negative, depressed, and of course, they run away. They run away either back to porn or either they go and have sex with a woman and lost that semen. And then they start the journey all over again. And some men have lied, and their subscribers have found their lies. They're like, man, you're lying. I don't think you're doing this thing anyhow. Because it's really, really, really hard to go through and succeed. But you can do it though. It's doable. But semen retention will test the very core of your being. You can do it, but it's hard. Okay? Many men may not make it through. So that's why they don't have practical information to give you. They can't tell you what it is that you're going through and how to get through it, because they themselves have not gone through it. That's why they have stories about relapsing. Oh yeah, I relapsed after 3 months or 6 months, because they refuse to go through that emotional labor stage where their emotions now are calling their attention. Their emotions are saying, here I am, deal with me, grow. And unless you stick to it and grow through it, you will never become a legend. You will never become a teacher. You will never become an established man. You will never have a new vision for your life and new goals, because you will always be an immature addict who at some level may not be practicing porn every single day, but you will still have the addictive thinking, and you will still come in short of real expansion. So you have to work through those emotions. You have to stick to the process. Yes. There's no other way. I mean, wouldn't you be happy having to feel like, oh my God, I've dealt with almost all of my emotions. Now I am free. Now I feel delivered. Now I feel strong. Like, oh, I've dealt with my emotions. I've dealt with my absent father. I've dealt with growing with single home family. I've dealt with being molested. I've dealt with low self-esteem. I've dealt with negative self-image. I've dealt with an array of emotions that have been pursuing me for life. I've dealt with them. Now I feel more whole. Now I feel more established. I relate to everybody. I laugh with everybody. Now I'm my brother's keeper. I seek to impact the world. I seek to make a change in the world. Now I think on a world level. I think of helping people as opposed to sitting down with a laptop and satisfy my sexual desires and jerk off, because I have become a legend. I have become a mature man. I have become an established man because I've worked through my emotions. The emotions that first of all supported my addiction. The emotions that I had been pushing away, not wanting to deal with, and that's why I was going towards porn. I've dealt with them, and now I've become a man of value. I can give value to my family, to my friends, to my community, and the world at large. I have something to offer now that I have become an established man, because now I have found my kingdom, and I recognize that I am a king and I operate in my kingdom. That is, I look at myself and I ask the question, what is possible for me? What is possible for me? What can I create? What can I produce? In what ways can I touch the world? What can come out of me? What has the universe deposited within me that is for me to go out there and bless the world? What can I make? What can I create? I don't look at other people creating things, because I understand everybody is gifted, but with different gifts. So I seek to discover my own gifts and operate within my own talents and my own gifts, because I recognize that I'm a king and I have found my kingdom. This is what's waiting for you when you go through that emotional labor stage. This is what's waiting for you. If you stick to the process, if you stay with it, if you suffer for a while, when you come out through, you will come an empowered man. You will come a strong man. You will come a mature, rational man who also has a heart. You will be able to focus on something for a long time. You will only have one decision about every area of your life. You will not be dubious. You will not be ambivalent in your decisions. You will not decide one thing on this area right now, and in the next minute you decide something else. You will not be emotionally unstable. Your hormones will be established and balanced. You will become a true legend, living legend in your own right, within your own world, within your own kingdom. You will not envy another man. You will not have no regret. You will not gauge yourself with another man, against another man. You will not compare yourself with another man, because you will know you. You will know what you're made of. You will know that, I've worked through myself. I've worked through my problems. Now I'm standing strong. That's the promised land for you. If you stick with the emotional labor stage, if you hold on and keep on keeping on, that's the promise for you. The promise is that, you will be able to have an impact in your life, and you will respect yourself, you will love yourself, and consequentially, people will have no choice but to love you also and to respect you also. That's the promise if you go through it. a lot of men fall right there. Right there is where a lot of men fall. That's where they go back to porn. That's why they call shorty down the street and bust a nut with her. That's where those men relapse. And they're so ashamed of it because they were making a whole bunch of noise. Now they have to walk away, stop making videos, stop producing content, because you got to understand something with the Western world. The Western world is very superficial. The Western world is like this. The man has not sat down and learned. He has not made himself a pupil, a student of the problem and of the process. Now he comes out, he wants to teach. How many years did you spend learning and going through the trial and error? What information do you have? What is your documentation? What is your research? Show me how you got to here. In the Western world, we are very superficial in our knowledge. Somebody just started reading something and then they come out and saying, I think I want to teach this, and they want to share it. The Western world is so superficial, so surface. The great astrophysicist Tyson DeGrassi says, one of the great challenges in the world is to know enough about a subject to think that you're right, but not knowing enough about the subject to know that you're wrong. That is true. That is true. Before I came to start my YouTube channel, before I came to begin to think about writing a book or putting a booklet together or starting a website, I sat down for years and went through the process of healing and went through the trial and error and went through the pain of finding information and understanding what this thing entailed, and felt my pain and worked with my pain and healed myself first, healed my self-esteem first, healed my fears and my pains and the pain associated with my past and my childhood pain, because I didn't grow up with my mom and dad, and I had a lot of questions and some other things in life. I had to do it, because if I don't do it, I don't have anything to teach. I don't have anything to give. So what I'm offering you to do is to work through yourself so that you may have something to give back to the world, so that you can live without fear that you're fake or you are an imposter. Some people actually have that fear. They have that complex because deep down in their subconscious mind, they know that they have not put in adequate work to operate at the level that they're operating, and subconsciously they have that complex that they are fake, that they are, so therefore they don't deserve the amount of success that they're experiencing. I hope this helped you. It can help you. It has the potential to help you, my friend, if you let it to. If you let it. Until next time, remember, you are a king. Stay in your kingdom. Master your kingdom. Rule in your kingdom. Namaste.